Some people still say animals don't have feelings, that they just react, that it's all instinct. But I don't know, because I've seen a cat melt into her human like that's the only safe place on Earth. I've seen dogs look guilty before anyone even says a word. I've seen wild animals run back to someone they remember, so let's watch this together. And you tell me at the end, do they really feel nothing? She doesn't just lie down. She melts into those arms like that's the safest place she knows. That kind of surrender only happens when trust runs deep. And if that didn't move you, listen to this next voice. That is not a random meow. That is a full complaint being filed at the front door. You can hear the offense in his tone like he's been waiting for hours. Speaking of strong opinions, watch this next feline at work. Look at that focus. That's pride simmering in one tiny chef. He isn't stealing food. He's reviewing it like a 5-star critic. Joy, however, looks very different on 4 wheels. Those faces are glowing with pure freedom. That's not movement. That's shared happiness in motion. And one of them decided wheels weren't enough. That smile says he knows he nailed that ride. Confidence looks good on him, especially on a skateboard. Responsibility wears a different expression. He walks upright like he's carrying something sacred. That posture screams, I refuse to disappoint. But love can overpower even sleep. Those eyelids are heavy, yet he still lifts his paw. Affection wins over exhaustion every single time. Now let's zoom out to something a little more unexpected. The way these gorillas mirror human habits is almost unsettling. They are copying human habits like they're in a documentary about us. Tenderness, though, needs no imitation. He wraps his paws like he's afraid the moment might leave. That's intentional affection, not accidental contact. And sometimes, love doesn't even need sight. He can't see them, yet he walks straight into their embrace. Feeling, not vision, guides that reunion. For some, affection even outranks dinner. There's food on the table, yet he chooses the human instead. That decision says everything about his priorities. Creativity, though, expresses emotion differently. Each brushstroke looks deliberate and calm. He isn't scribbling. He's expressing something. Protection shows up in quiet ways, too.
Some tree. I guess that too.
See how careful he is with every push. That baby became his responsibility without a word spoken. And jealousy can sneak in softly. He saw the book getting attention and leaned closer. That gentle touch says, "Remember me," or, "Excuse me, I exist." Affection can also be direct and bold. He receives a kiss and immediately gives one back. Some say animals don't understand love. Meanwhile, this kitten said, "Equal energy." Some cats, however, operate with elegance. That's not a cat. That's a gentleman in fur. You can't teach that level of tenderness. He must have studied romance somewhere. Sometimes strength can show softness too. This stallion nudges gently instead of pushing. That's a family member seeking comfort. And even creatures underwater aren't exempt. He swims up and makes deliberate contact. You thought fish were emotionally unavailable? Affection doesn't always need fur to exist. Confusion, though, is written all over this next face. You can see the gears turning behind those eyes. That head tilt is active thinking in motion. Embarrassment shows up differently. He hides like he's personally offended by reality. That posture says, "I was not prepared for this." And we're only halfway through. You've seen love, guilt, and full-on drama. But wait until you see more. If you still think animals don't feel, don't blink. It only gets stronger from here.
A bag of treats, Laurel?
Kylan, come here.
Accountability lowers the head. Nobody taught him that bowed stance. That's shame. You can't fake that body language. Denial tries another strategy.
Did you do this?
What is that?
He literally turns his face away from the mess like it might disappear. If he can't see it, maybe it didn't happen. Meanwhile, someone else is feeling very proud. He walked out of that spa knowing he ate that look. Some say animals don't feel pride. Explain this post-makeover energy. But real happiness doesn't need a makeover. Look at that bounce. You don't fake that level of enthusiasm. Anger proves feelings aren't always sweet. He went straight for the shoes. That's not random chewing. No, that's why did you leave me? But not every moment is chaos. Look at how peacefully he's sleeping. You only knock out like that when you feel safe. And sometimes love looks even more direct. She gets a kiss and gives one right back. That's not reflex. That's reciprocation. Not everyone says it with a kiss, though. He can't say, I love you, so he just covers his human in licks. That's his version of affection. And when there's more than one dog, it gets intense. Look at those paws wrapping tighter. That's not letting go anytime soon. Now watch how dramatic love can get.
Thorin?
He throws himself down like belly rubs are his main source of energy. That face says, we are not moving on until this happens. On the flip side, some moments are much softer. See how gentle he is with the baby. He's matching that softness on purpose. Meanwhile, someone else has a lot to say. He is not whispering. He is making a full speech. That dog has opinions and he wants them heard. But not every expression is loud. That trembling face, that's remorse.
You know, sometimes you have bad habits. Do you? Do you have bad habits? Sometimes you do. Like, you lick everything.
That's the I messed up look. Or he's probably about to confess everything. And sometimes it hits even deeper. Those eyes are carrying a whole backstory. You can feel something going on there. Then Tenderness steps in. He gives the softest little kisses. That's pure sweetness, no hesitation. Now imagine that level of gentleness, but bigger. That's not just a bear. That's a giant heart with fur and thousands of pounds of strength choosing softness. If something that powerful can be that gentle, the debate ends here. And the wild moments don't stop there. That little lean in, that's please hug me back. You can see the hesitation and the desire at the same time. But this next goodbye is even harder. Look at how tight he's holding on. He is not ready to let go. Some reunions hit even stronger. She runs up the second she recognizes him. Some say animals forget. Meanwhile, she said, that's my human. And this last one says it all. They wrap around him like he's family. So after all that, do animals really not have feelings? Because what we just saw wasn't random behavior. That was love. That was guilt. That was joy, jealousy, comfort, and full-blown reunion energy. They may not speak our language, but they feel deeply on their own. If this changed your mind even a little, hit like and share it with someone who still doubts them. And don't forget to subscribe, because trust me, we're not done proving this.